Could you give us clarify the situation of Mikel Arteta and Mathieu Debuchy? Obviously, we heard the news yesterday about the surgery for both players.
Both had surgery, yes. One for a shoulder problem that you have seen last week against Stoke, and Mikel Arteta for ongoing problem with his ankle that provoked certainly injuries in his calf. But Arteta should be shorter than Debuchy. Arteta could be 6 weeks, and Debuchy 3 months.
Is the Arteta injury, is the blow cushioned by the fact Francis Coquelin is playing pretty well at the moment?
Look, Francis Coquelin is playing well, yes, and but let's not forget Arteta was out for a long time before that, and Flamini and Coquelin played in this position, and he played only 5 Premier League games since the start of the season anyway.
There's been some good news on the injury front though as well, with the likes of Aaron Ramsey coming back, Mesut Ozil, Theo Walcott.
They were already available for last week, they're again for Sunday, yes.
And Kieran Gibbs is coming back in.
Kieran Gibbs should, as a test today, should come back in the squad.
Is there any update on Jack Wilshere's rehabilitation at all?
He's doing very well, he's a bit ahead of schedule. We always said, end of February should be alright.
And just lastly, it's a big game on Sunday at Man City. How much confidence would it give the side to get a big win against your direct rivals?
From every big game, you gain confidence when the result is positive, of course. But I think let's focus to go there and give ourselves a chance to win by putting a great performance in. We want to have a good balance between attacking and defending, because you know that City attacks as well, very well, so it's important that we do both sides of the game very well.
So last week you indicated that Danny Welbeck might be available this week.
Yeah, that was a wrong hope.
So how much longer is he likely to be out, do you know?
I think he has 2 more weeks.
Who will play in goal this weekend?
I have not decided yet.
How do you feel David Ospina has done, having come into the
Just
side?
done well. Just done well.
Can you give any encouragement for Wojciech Szczesny though?
Yes, of course. I rate highly Chesney, and but I don't think what is our problem on Sunday is not any individual. It's our team commitment, and no matter who plays, it's important that the team performs and the guy who plays well.
You don't have a very good record in Manchester in the Premier League. It's just 1 point out of a possible 21. What do you think that is down to?
The quality of their teams, always. They had always good teams, but we have as well won at Manchester, we have won at Man United, we won at Man City, and I think the history will not play a big part in that game. It's a performance of a day that will play a big part, the biggest part and the only important part.
Matches against Manchester City over recent seasons have certainly produced a lot of goals. I mean, last season you lost 6-3, 28 goals in the last 7 matches.
Yes, but last year, if you watch well the game, that was under special circumstances. We missed many chances. We played with 10 men to finish, and we had to go forward. And we had just a very difficult trip in Naples 3 days before, and played Wednesday night in Naples and Saturday morning at 12:45 at Man City with 10 men.
6 red cards in the last 9 matches. Is that an indication of how much it matters to both teams?
Yes, it's a commitment and refereeing decisions, like in all the big games, And of course, it is important that we keep our calm and control, and are committed as well to find that right balance between going to every challenge, but as well not go overboard and respect the rules.
Mesut Ozil has said that he thinks it's still possible for Arsenal to win the title. Is this the kind of game that you have to win for that to happen?
That we want to win, and you have to die and you want to win. But what we want is put the maximum effort in to be as close as possible, to give ourselves a chance. Mathematically, we are not in the best position, but what we want to do is give ourselves a chance to come as close as possible and put top level performance in.
You told us last week that Christian Bielik at Legia Warsaw was a player that you were following. Is he having a medical here today? Is it?
Yes.
And if that's all good, will he become an Arsenal player?
Yes.
Is the fee agreed between the two teams?
Yes.
How do things stand in terms of bringing other players in? Is Winston Reid someone you're looking at?
Of course, we are out on the market and we work very hard from every day to all our scouts, all our people are working very hard to find a defender.
And what about LK Gundogan? Is he someone that you're
Who?
chasing? Gundogan?
He's not a defender.
No, I know he's not.
No, at the moment we are more looking for the defensive department.
This week we've seen the Ballon d'Or. Who would your 3 votes?
I would
go
not
to?
vote any Ballon d'Or. I'm totally against it. I'm a team lover and a specialist of somebody who loves teamwork, and I'm completely against that.
And as a
I
Frenchman,
would not vote anybody.
as a Frenchman, would you like to see David Ginola as FIFA president?
You will accuse us of having control of world football if Ginola becomes FIFA president, Platini UEFA president. That has very little chance to happen. Let's be realistic, you know.
Arsene, the Manchester City game now, is that the game as a student of football that you look most forward to during the course of the season? I mean, years ago it probably been the Manchester United with all of that into.
No, you have many games where you know you will be judged on about your potential. Man City is of course one of them. You have of course always Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool. These are the games where people have a close eye on to judge about your potential.
Is it frustrating for you this week that they've gone out and bought Wilfred Boney for 25 million? Do you sort of look at that?
I don't know. I
and
thought it was
frustrated?
they must have the availability and the financial fair play allows them to do it. I don't know. It was a surprise, yes.
Yeah. Were you a bit? How did you react to it? Were you frustrated?
No, I'm not frustrated. You know, Man City has huge financial potential for long years now, and we know that it's part of our game, and we have to deal with it.
Pellegrini said this week that Alexis Sanchez is the best player he thinks in the Premier League at the moment.
It's a great compliment because Pellegrini knows world football. He's a specialist.
Do you agree with him?
I agree with him that at the moment, yes, he's one of the top performing players in the Premier League.
And Roy Hodgson this week had to scrap his plans for an England get-together, an England dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Would you?
Yeah, he spoke to me about that. It was not the first of all. It was St George's Park. That is not the best location for get together. And after that, it was 48 hours before a Premier League game, and of course the managers do not want their players to travel 2 days before the game. Maybe it's good to have a get-together for Roy Hodgson, but maybe the date was not the best.
Were you? Did you say you didn't want them to go? Your players?
No, I said to him, look, I want to see, do we play on Sunday or Saturday? How long it will last? He told me it will be 6 to 9. That is quite acceptable. So, but he cancelled it because some people refused to let their players go.
But you weren't one of them.
No.
Arsene, sorry to bring up the subject of your record against the top 4 teams last season, but Are you able to put your
You're not too sorry.
I have to do it. I've been asked to. But looking at it, have you been able to put your finger on it? I mean, do you think it's ever down to the way you prepare for the game?
No, not at all. No, because I believe that it's down to the quality of your performance and sometimes to the fact that we were depleted in some games. We just spoke about the fact that we played a vital game for the qualification in the Champions League last year, just before. We missed many chances last year over there, but look, history is history. We are here to change history.
Manchester City full of goals, does that mean that your defence has to be on its toes for the whole 90 minutes?
Oh, of course. We know that, this is a team who can create chances and our defensive performance will be vital.
Francis Coquelin, I know you spoke about already, but if speculation about you maybe looking for a defensive midfielder is true, does he offer an internal solution to that perhaps?
He's an internal solution, of course.
Just one question from me. I'm speaking to Nacho Monreal later. I wondered if you could give me some thoughts on his performances this season. Is he maybe up there with Alexis as one of the top performers?
Yes, he has been one of the most consistent players, and I must say, when he played centre back, he played stronger and stronger game after game, and they did very well. And even in our last game against Stoke, he played well.
Arsene, there's a lot of talk about your records away from home to the end of the top four, but you actually had the best away record in the league last season, along with Liverpool. Yet you did lose those big games against City, against Chelsea, at Everton, with Man United. Is there a self-belief issue in the squad, do you think, in those big matches?
Maybe. I believe we have a consistency, and you're right. Last year we did not win the championship for that only reason. We did not perform in the top games away from home, and I believe we have a potential now to be much more stable and to show that we can do it.
Do you think that's been the biggest weakness maybe over the last few years?
Yes, it has been. For long years it was our strength, and in the last 2 years it's true that it has been a weakness that I think we are mature enough now to rectify it.
How is Mathieu Debuchy after what is another big setback?
He's destroyed Mathieu Debuchy because he's such a keen player, so professional, so willing, and it's his first year here, and of course he's embarrassed, but it's not his fault, I think he was pushed the push was not needed. I watched it again in that situation, and he was a bit unlucky as well, because there's a little divot just after the touchline, and maybe that made it worse.
You said that the push was unnecessary. I mean, should there be some action taken?
I don't know. I just think that Arnautovic had no chance to get the ball. That's what I mean. I don't think it was malicious, but it was not needed because he had no chance to get the ball.
I mean, it looked quite cynical. It was almost a sort of shoving it back.
I'm not a specialist. These subjects are always very sensitive because I don't really know what was his intention. It's difficult. It's not obvious. I don't think he wanted to hurt him, but it was not needed.
Last one, Mark.
Arsene, there's a big debate at the moment going on who's the better player out of Sergio Aguero and Alexis Sanchez. Do you think we are seeing the best two players in the Premier League on Sunday?
Look, there are some other great players in the Premier League, but there are certainly two of the most performing since the start of the season. Aguero has a bit been less consistent because he was more injured, and I think in the last year Aguero had a bit suffered from being in and out, but of course he's a world-class player.
And Alexis, obviously first season here, we've got through this Christmas period. How are his energy levels now? Is he still as what he was a few months
He's
ago?
full of energy, and full of enthusiasm as well. What is fantastically refreshing when you see the number of games he played. He's always keen to go out and play, and what everybody admires with him as well is that when he plays in his game, is always full of enthusiasm, and of desire to do well and of take people on and to fight to get the ball back, and it's infectious and it's fantastic.
Thanks all.
Thanks, Arsene.